what am I expecting in this upcoming week? It's the last week of March. It's the last week of Q1. There are not many key announcements or key dates in this last week. And so that's always the kind of basis for a lot of crazy excitement. So let's dive in. I think March turned out to be way more bullish on the prices of cryptocurrencies, at least, than expected. There was massive shakeup with the banks. I think all of Q1 turned out way more bullish than expected. And obviously all of us as crypto investors are super happy about it. I think we all wish we had bought more. I think Bitcoin is the outperformer of the year. I think it's up 70% year to date. Absolutely bonkers. A lot of recoveries here when it comes to returns. So quite an interesting start. And if we look into this week, there's actually not much fundamental stuff coming out. The Fed has a little bit of some kind of conversations, explanations, speeches. We do see a little bit of a focus on the banks. Singapore Valley Bank, there's going to be some investigation. But these are all small, minor things. In theory, you wouldn't be expecting too much to come out of this. So what I do think is going to have the biggest impact is, as always, that little bit of lack of something. And because it goes into the end of a quarter, end of a month, these are all things that are going to drive a lot of emotional ideas. A lot of funds, they tend to market at the end of a month, at the end of a quarter. So many times they may actually book profits, or they may kind of rebalance, something very typical at the end of a quarter. So I think that, to be honest, right now is going to have the biggest impact in all of this. But as a whole, I think from a crypto standpoint, the quarter, the year so far, the months went way better than we could have ever dreamed of, that we could have ever expected. And so you as an investor, I think you should be doing quite well. I don't have anything to kind of go into the specifics in this one, other than that I just want to start that week with obviously some gratitude as well on how well the year has been going so far. I think this is also important. If you compare this to how last year was, it's absolutely bonkers in how good this year is going. So it's quite positive. So I'm driving into the city. It's really terrible weather today. I'm driving into the city, meeting you Zen for our Monday breakfast, and we're also kind of closing the month, closing a quarter. From a company perspective, we've had a very strong start into the year. I don't know the financials yet of March, and obviously with that the quarter, but just kind of knowing the inside of it, I expect some really nice results. So it makes me also really happy, obviously as an owner in the company. And it's about strategy now, coming up with Q2, Q3, Q4. We're planning like a year ahead, and so it's really the building times right now. So it's actually a really good time. Also good not to constantly look at the prices. On a personal level, I've started running like crazy again. I want to train for the Berlin Marathon. It's gonna be a rest week ahead. I really feel it after a month of running. Everything hurts. It's 70k a week now, so it's a lot of stress on the body. But I want to do a 2-hour 50 marathon in Berlin. Let's see. It's gonna take quite some mileage. With that, it's gonna hopefully be a constructive week ahead. Many times in the past, when I said it's gonna be a quiet week or something, there was something super crazy happening. So if there's something super crazy happening, let's hope it's gonna be something bullish crazy. And with that, tomorrow, Tuesday, we have our company Twitter Space live, and also on YouTube live. So if you want, tune in. And and that, see you in the next videos. Appreciate it. All the best. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Have a fantastic week ahead. Yours truly, Julian. Bye bye.